Hey guys, it is Tanya and welcome back to the channel, and would you believe it, we're back with another tiny house, my favorite thing to build in The Sims 4. This one is going to be for a family, which is really exciting, and it's in a bohemian style, so I hope you guys are excited to see that. But before we get started here, I do want to remind you guys that I'm currently hosting a giveaway for a pack of your choice for The Sims 4. All you have to do to enter is download Disney Emoji Blitz using the link in my description. Get to level 20 in the game, screenshot that, and respond to my pinned tweet on Twitter with a picture of you at level 20 at Miss Gryphi, and you'll be entered to win a pack of your choice. And Cottage Living is coming out soon, so that's really exciting. Also, that link does act as a creator code, so anything that you spend in game does help to support me and my channel, so thank you so much for that. And this giveaway does end on July 29th, so best of luck. So as you can see here, the tiny house is starting to take shape, and the reason I say starting in that tone is I changed the roof a few different times and the colors, and like usual, I was pretty indecisive. I just knew that I wanted to build a tiny house here in the backwoods area of Brindleton Bay, and I wanted to experiment. I wasn't exactly sure what style I was going to go for, but as the build evolved, it definitely took on more of a boho look, and I very much leaned into that and was very excited because it's been a while since I've done one of those. So I really do hope you guys like this. If you do, which I know it's nowhere near what it's going to look like yet, but for later on to keep in mind, if you do like this and you'd like to download it, it will be available on the Sims 4 gallery. You can find it under my EA ID, which is Gryphi, Gryphi. You could also find it under the hashtag Miss Gryphi, and that information will also be in the description down below. I started on landscaping here, and we have a satellite dish on the roof. We also have a, oh my goodness, what is that called? I'm just like, electricity panel. Solar panel, there we go. I got it. Sometimes just words disappear out of my head. And let me know if that happens to you too, because sometimes you feel so alone when that happens. Anyway, here I am experimenting with a different roof. We also have a funky shaped fence, kind of making a yard here, which I really enjoyed. And I was determined from the beginning of this build to use that door, that front door, from Nifty Knitting in one of the fun swatches, and I didn't end up using it in the end. I really need to come up with a build that it would work with. I guess like a cutesy little cottage maybe. So maybe at some point I will try that. But I tried so hard in so many different swatches to make it work with this build, but it didn't turn out in the end. So I am so sorry to that door. I did not use you, but it's okay because I'm really happy with how this build came out regardless. I did use a bunch of these string lights from the toddler stuff pack. Best item in that pack for sure. Use it all the time. So pretty. I also have some outdoor rugs here. Those ones are from Laundry Day. And then the one I stacked on top is from City Living. I don't use that stack very often because they're all like one item. But they did give us all of those as separate items as well, which is really nice. I do use those rugs quite a bit. But here I am starting to figure out what I wanted to do here. I end up going with this door, which is that from base game or get together? I always forget. And I'm changing the colors here, and it's very much a more muted color scheme, more neutrals, using that beautiful wood wallpaper from Eco Lifestyle. Once again, an item, best in the game, best in the game. And messing around with the roof here, I couldn't decide for the longest time if I wanted a roof like this or if I wanted one that was more triangular, and I ended up going with this in the end, which is a little bit different. And I really liked putting that wreath up on top of the door, which is from Laundry Day stuff. Oh, this I was very excited about. These tapestries these are from Jungle Adventure. I was like, these are going to look so cute in the windows. Instead of using like curtains, we're going to use these tapestries. They're going to be beautiful. And here I am trying to figure out a floor plan ahead of time because I wanted to make sure I could fit 2 bedrooms in here. So very happy with that decision. I think the floor plan came out pretty nice, and we're just flipping those roofs around there so that they don't clip into each other. I also thought about having a little bit of a hallway space here to like contain the doors. I tend to do that a lot in my builds, but didn't end up doing that in the end. Also, these are not the beds I end up using. I just wanted to place them down so I could be like, this is where the bedrooms are. Which I guess I didn't really need to do in this tiny house because it's so small, but I tend to do that in builds because it helps me remember where I intended certain things to be. Because the amount of times that I've decorated a whole room and it was in the wrong room. So that's why I do that. But we're working on the kitchen space now. I think this came out pretty cute. It doesn't have like a regular oven. It has the like stovetop one, or the stovetop oven, the countertop oven. It's on top of a mini fridge, and then we have the countertop stove. And I think it looks cute. I also used this rug from the Paranormal pack. We're getting some shelves and baskets up here from Laundry Day. I think Laundry Day was a really good pack to use along with this. I used quite a few things from that. And then these counters are from the Dream Home Decorator pack. I also don't know where those shelves are from. Are those shelves in the corner base game? I feel like I don't use them very often because most of the swatches on them are kind of strange, but I thought they looked really nice in this creamy color in this kitchen. So we're just filling those up with various clutter. We have that beautiful vase that's from Paranormal. Honestly, Paranormal is so good. I feel like I already said that today. I feel like I say that in every video, but every time I use items from that pack, I can't stop just saying how amazing it is, because that vase quickly became like my favorite one to place down. Actually, both of the plants that came with that pack. All of the plants, because there's also the hanging plant. Just so good. Anyway, I decided to use this really giant dining table in the kitchen. I thought it would look nice here with the colors we have and like the kind of vibe I was going for. And I used those more wishbone looking chairs from Seasons on that table, but that table is from Cats and Dogs. I try to remember to say where a lot of items are from because you guys ask so often. Let me know if that's helpful. But with that shelf that I am placing down now, which is going to have a ton of clutter plus our television set, that one is from Island Living, and I think it's so pretty. I don't use it very often, but when we first got it, I was so excited for an empty shelf that I could clutter to my liking. I just think some of the swatches are harder to use, so it really depends on what I'm building if I can make it work. But bringing in some of that wood paneling from outside from Eco Lifestyle, I'm also adding this television from that pack. I just thought it blended in nicely with the colors, because it's brown. Instead of having like a white or black TV, I was definitely going for more earthy colors in here with a couple of pops of color. We obviously have a green couch, and then we have like the red and blue rug in the kitchen space, and just a couple of colors here and there with plants and all of that. I'm also grabbing these baskets, which are from Jungle Adventure as well. I really liked how it looks, sizing it down and putting it at the base of that flower. I liked that. It just added a little bit of customization to that vase. And I also end up adding one of these hanging plants from Nifty Knitting. I think this one's got to be my favorite from Nifty Knitting. I always use this particular hanging plant in the white swatch in the short length. It's just the best one. A lot of the colors in that pack are just a little bit too much in my opinion. They're very cutesy and pastel, and in a lot of builds that doesn't really work, but it is fun to use when I can find the proper use for them. Anyway, adding some more clutter over to the shelves. Since I sized it down, nothing was, clipping? Is that the right word? Spawning? Why are words so difficult today? Nothing was going to the right space, and so I had to kind of fiddle with it with alt placing. So the word I was looking for was snapping, and that just came to me. But that's okay. It's fine. Everything's good. I added these couple of paintings on the wall that are from Tiny Living. I think those are really pretty, and obviously with them being plants and me trying to make this super earthy and cozy and have a decent amount of plants, that worked nicely. Also adding this floor length mirror that is from Jungle Adventure. I love that mirror so much. I really hope that in the future we get more mirrors that lean against the wall like that. That's the main reason I like that one so much. The detail on it is also really pretty, but having a like long mirror like that leans on the wall is so realistic and common, and so it'd be nice to see more of those. But working on the bathroom now, this one is very small, and I will say that it is laid out slightly different in the version that is up on the gallery because I play tested this and made sure that it was all functional in the bathroom. I think the main thing that changed was I had to rotate the toilet because the way it's facing right now wasn't functional, but the little dresser in there didn't make any issues. I just put that there for decoration to put like more plants on. So I think this room came out cute anyway, and I hope you like it. Adding my usual clutter to the sink here, just, toothbrushes and some soap and the little painting of a plant. I know, shocking. But then we're moving on to the primary bedroom, or what I was imagining was the parents' bedroom here. I really like how this room came out. It's super cozy. I'm using this bed that I've been overusing from Dream Home Decorator. I think it's my new favorite bed in the game. I just feel like this is what I would want for a bed in real life. I mean, I have one that's kind of similar to this in real life, but this is very much my vibe. I just really like gray. and like headboards that look like that. So I really like this bed. So I was happy to use that in here. I thought it worked really nicely with that rug that I am using from City Living, having a dresser over here from the Seasons pack and some artwork. But then we're moving on into the kids' room. I was kind of imagining that this was like an older kid, maybe almost going to be a teen, and they were really into sports. So that was the whole idea behind this room. It's fairly neutral. I was thinking it probably was this room was probably keeping the like paneling and stuff that the rest of the house had. We weren't painting it for this kid. I think that's pretty realistic. I never got to paint my walls as a kid. Like, I feel like I treat my Sims so much differently than real life has been for me. Like, there was no way I was going to be able to paint my room whatever colors I wanted. I feel like all the kids' bedrooms that I make in The Sims are accent walls galore and funky patterns and wallpapers, and that's just not been my experience. I know some people have that experience, but that has not been mine. So this is a little bit different in that I'm actually, not painting the walls based on the personality. I just kind of kept them fairly neutral. I also added a couple of like balls in there. There's a basketball and a soccer ball or a football. And I forgot about this. This made me so excited. So these trees from the Journey to Batuu game pack have these beautiful like rope lanterns hanging in them. So I had to use them. They just worked so nicely. And since I was already using Batuu, I also used these like garden rocks to frame out some bushes over here. I had a lot of fun with the landscaping. And I know Batuu gets a bad rap, but a lot of the landscaping items that are in Debug are so pretty. And also like the tile and stuff that came with that pack. There's some good stuff. It's hard to use most of the things, but there are some good things. I also added some more string lights from Toddler Stuff over here. They're kind of framing this bush that I put there. I really like to put tall bushes in corners of my builds. I don't know if you guys have noticed this. I've also mentioned it before in like a landscaping tutorial I did. It's just how my brain works. I see a corner, I go, tall bush. So that's what I always do. But I'm also adding some chairs out here in a little bit of a fire pit so you can have a place for your Sims to cook. I put rugs under it, which it's probably not very realistic or a good idea, but I thought it looked pretty, so I decided to do it anyway. And then I'm just doing some more terrain paint to show how you would get to this lot since this isn't connected to a road or anything. And I'm going to be putting trash cans on a mailbox over here, and that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this build. If you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. That really does help me out. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I'd love to have you join us. And if you click that bell, it'll turn on notifications to be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.